Binge the full week of The Ray Taylor Show ad-free over at patreon.com/inspired disorder.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Rona Dayz, episode 69. That's right, it is the 69th episode of the show where I break down my week. Past few weeks, I've been feeling very depressed, very unmotivated, very lethargic. This past week, for whatever reason, I snapped out of it. Felt great. It was a good week. Despite how hot it's been, it was a good and productive week. But the heat is ridiculous. I wake up every morning covered in sweat. My pillow soaked. Like I'll bring my head up, and there's just a big wet spot on my pillow from where my head was just drenched with sweat. Because even at midnight, it's 100 degrees outside. You never experience anything as depressing as going outside when it's been dark for hours. You know, going outside at like 9:30, 10 o'clock to give your dog a walk, and stepping outside where it's completely dark outside, but the air feels like you're in an oven. That's what it's been like. I mean, daytime, it's horrible anyway, but, it's really depressing to go outside when you think you would get some relief from the heat. You know, it would cool down a little bit, which it has. I mean, instead of being 115 to 120 degrees like it is during the day, it dips down to a chilly 100. So that's been, aside from how horrible the heat is and how much that has kept me from going anywhere. I still haven't fixed my van. I almost, because I've been binging the Fast and Furious franchise, which I'll be doing my top 5 of on Saturday's episode, I really wanted to go see Fast 9 just to complete the series. Also, Black Widow's out in theaters, so I thought maybe I'll do a double feature. I haven't done that. I mean, haven't even been to a movie in over a year, let alone watching 2 movies at once, which, you know, if I were to do that, then I would also probably sign up for Regal Unlimited again, just so it would be worth it monetarily to go watch 2 movies back to back. But I didn't, because I still have to get my van fixed, which hopefully only requires a new battery. But even just going outside to remove the battery is something that I do not look forward to whatsoever. But being indoors, I got a lot of work done. It was one of those things where it's just my brain was on fire, thinking of things like little things that I need to do or would like to do to improve this or that or the other. And I actually executed on it, which was nice. One of the things was I ordered, because I got fans going, got the air conditioning going. My TV speakers are pretty garbage. To be able to hear dialogue on some shows and movies that I'm watching, I'm like having to bump the speakers up almost to maximum. And even then, it's not very clear. So I've been looking online for like sound bars, just something inexpensive and simple to increase the sound quality in my room. And I came across a kind of a used item. It was something that was returned in not its factory box, but all the pieces were there. And it was cheaper than most sound bars, but it was, the same kind of functionality, the same simplicity as a sound bar, except for it has full surround sound. So I got that, which I haven't had surround sound since Denver when I had my projector, which I still have a projector, which I've been thinking about setting up also, just not sure where I would actually shoot it or how I'll do the sound for that. But I forgot how much surround sound adds to a movie, how immersive it makes movies. And I've, after hooking up the surround sound, wasn't really happy with it, but I ended up hooking up speakers that I used to have, some bigger speakers, to make it a little bit louder. Um, so I got it working. But because I've been binging the Fast and the Furious series, it has been a treat to have full surround sound while revisiting those movies. Because despite the fact that they are primarily just fun movies, you're not really getting any depth of, mind blowing, dramatic power in any of these movies. They're not really making much of a statement. They are really fun action movies, and I really did enjoy revisiting all of those films this week. But having the surround sound has definitely added to that. And getting everything set up for the surround sound ended up uh, finally inspiring me to clean and organize my space. Because where I live in a garage. I rent a garage from a friend. So it's like a studio apartment in a way, but half of the garage is still used for storage. And I've just never gone through and cleaned one side of, I mean, there's a complete other side of the garage that I don't even go into, but like there's part of the storage aspect that bleeds into my living area that I've just not even been concerned about, but finally got through, because I need to not only just organize the space that I've been living in, but I need to get rid of stuff. Like, one thing that I've enjoyed after when I left San Diego and I quit my job and I sold my condo, I donated probably 90% of the things that I owned. Like one day I called this donation place to bring a truck over. I rolled up my garage door and told them, take everything. And I probably could have made hundreds of dollars doing like garage sales or whatever. But I didn't have that kind of time to be making that little money. I needed to finish remodeling the condo so I could sell it and get out of there. But so I donated a lot of stuff. So I've gotten very used to not having and not needing a lot of things. Like I really understand the things that I do own. I use a lot. They are things that I require and I use a lot of. I'm not storing things for someday maybe kind of an issue. Aside from like art supplies, like other things, I have a lot of things. And there's even stuff still to this day that I can get rid of. And I need to start. Like, one of the first things when I get my van, aside from going to see an actual movie in an actual movie theater, will be taking a giant load of things to donate to a thrift store. But organizing the space really felt good. It cleaned up the area better. I have the nice surround sound, which I feel is more immersive to a movie than even 3D. I mean, 3D is so uncomfortable as a viewer, having to wear glasses, especially if you're somebody who, like me, I normally wear glasses in general. I don't have to wear them for this, so I don't wear them for this. But if, to see long distances, to drive or to go to watch a movie, I'll have my glasses on. So if I'm going to see a 3D movie, then I'm wearing two sets of glasses on my face. And the 3D glasses are generally not very good. There's whether, they're darker, they make the movie darker, they just add depth a lot of the times. They're not nearly as immersive as just having surround sound, which it's nice to not only be able to hear people speak, just to have the general audio levels of things to be better, but also to have that immersive sound is so much fun. And binging Fast and the Furious, which I believe is a far superior franchise to Star Wars, which I intend to make people angry by that statement, because the fact that people worship Star Wars to the level they do is insane. The fact that people worship George Lucas to the level that they do is insane, considering he directed some of the worst of the films in the franchise. He's also gone back and ruined some classic favorites that people have had and changed those movies in bad ways. But I think the majority of Star Wars films are not good. And the majority of Fast and the Furious, every single Fast and the Furious film, even the ones that aren't that great, right? Even the newer ones where they're like going full superhero, they may not be that great. You know, the first Fast and the Furious film may not be that great, may not be the greatest performance, but as far as consistency and delivering on what the franchise is and staying true to the franchise, I think they do a far better job than Star Wars has done. Despite the fact that I think The Last Jedi is one of the best Star Wars films ever made, and a beautiful film in general, and I think it's better than all of the Fast and the Furious films combined. But I think as a franchise, Star Wars is extremely inconsistent and bad, and the worship that people have for it is sad. It saddens me that people are willing to overlook how horrible aspects of that franchise are to just fall in line in the fandom. And I don't know, it's disgusting in a lot of ways. So I don't mind making those people mad. Same thing with the Disney fanatics, the people that worship Disney. It's I don't know, anybody that worships anything is like, I don't worship Fast and the Furious. I'm willing to accept the fact that there's a lot of problems with the franchise, but it's a lot of fun to watch, right? I'm not wearing, like, I'm not getting a tattoo of Dom on my chest or anything like that. I'm not fixing up cars to look like cars that have been in the franchise. It's not my identity. It's so far from any kind of identity that I have of my identity, that Fast and the Furious. But anyway, I also sold some artwork this week, which was awesome. I'm always trying to improve my packaging and kind of the presentation involved when somebody orders a painting. I want them when they receive it, I would like it to be kind of an experience in itself. So I've been waiting on some packaging materials so I can send those paintings out, but also I've been wanting to do certificates of authenticity for all of my work. So I'll be doing that too. I'll be making certificates for all the people that have purchased my paintings already. And, I'll be prepared for when people order them in the future. But certificates of authenticity, which I'm really stoked about being able to offer people to kind of, just to make the work more valuable. Because that's part of what art is. It's, it's like Bitcoin. You're investing in an artist. And I would think smart people would want to invest in me. I have quite a bit of an experience. People really want to jump on and support artists, I've noticed. But a lot of the artists that have been gaining a lot of the short-term support are people that don't have a lot of experience. And eventually, they're going to run out of steam. And because they run out of steam, I think a lot of their supporters are going to go away. Because that tends to what happens in the art world. I mean, if you look at music, people that get really famous really early in music, because they don't have the experience, they tend to have short careers. Because they're just not good at making art. They made a thing, and now they have to make, making one good album is one thing. Having a library of good albums, having a discography of good albums is completely different. That's like long-lasting cultural resonance versus just having a one-hit wonder. And I like to think of myself as somebody that's going to have a gigantic portfolio of work when it's all said and done. I mean, currently I have over 15,000 or 1,500 paintings. I have probably over 1,000, if not 1,500 episodes of this show. And it grows. Every day I put out a new one. And I'm getting better at both of those things, which the fact that I'm getting better at both of these things translates to my ability to get better at a lot of other things, and my confidence in myself to produce and be creative on a high level without needing much time or energy. more efficient with my creativity. So, in my growth as an artist, one of the things that I'm focused on getting better at is the packaging for my art. So, if you want to see how my packaging stacks up, how I've gotten better or where I'm at, feel free to order a painting. If you don't even want the painting, just to see the packaging, that's been my focus. I mean, obviously, I'm trying to get better and trying to grow as an artist in my medium. But an aspect that many people probably don't think of as an artist trying to get better is how they want their artwork to be presented to somebody who's going to be a collector. So I've been focused on that as well. So it's been a good week. Knock on wood. I won't be surprised if I hit a high point and then I go back down. That tends to be what happens. But for whatever reason, I hit that upswing and I had a good week. And, I hope everybody out there had a good week. I hope everybody is staying out of the heat. If you're in a place that is being overheated, whether you're in Oregon or California, or if you're in Florida having to deal with buildings that just fall down for no reason, or, hurricanes, tornadoes, all of the things that are going on in the world. The Delta variant of the coronavirus, which, we'll see how that changes things in the coming year. But hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's being safe and being nice to each other and being positive and growing. Get yourself some amazing coffee over at stationhousecoffee.com and follow Station House Coffee on Instagram. That's your place for small batch, single origin, premium coffee brewed in Thetford Center, Vermont, shipped directly to you. Go now to stationhousecoffee.com and order yourself some amazing coffee. And don't forget to follow Station House Coffee on Instagram. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/Inspired Disorder. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com and follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!